Alright, time for an update on the Geo. I think since the last video was actually on a trailer and I hadn't explained what all happened with it. I ran this at Bay County last year, 2018. I think that was the October, yeah, it was the Halloween Derby. Didn't last long again. This is the second run for this stupid car. And I've been really debating on what to do with it. I ended up getting it off the trailer, but I had to take the strut out of it because that's what took me out actually. It hit this so far, or the guy hit me so hard here, it literally bent the strut. Like if this tire was standing straight up and down, the strut was like that, literally almost 45 to a 90. And what actually happened is it did that. It pulled the rubber right out of the pocket. The mount's still there, but just pulled the rubber right out once it got hit. Shifted the entire frame over into the pulleys and everything. That one's actually on top of the frame and digging into it. But basically all it took me out was a strut. Now for those out there that don't know, these struts or shocks, however you want to call them, do not heat those up. I knew about it, but I thought it'd be okay. Actually, here's the easier way to show you. Inside these, I mean, this is your shock absorber. I forget what's filled with them, nitrogen or hydrogen or something, I don't remember. But there's like a fluid and a gas in them. And this one that I had in that car was literally like that. And so we tried to heat it up just enough to where we can get it straight so it'll move, because that rim's bent so far over I couldn't even get another donut tire on it. So I just drove it off the trailer like that. But when we heated this up, I knew it was starting to get bad because I was heating it and bending it back. And, well, on that strut obviously, but it started to bulge a little bit here. I'm like, that's not good, we need to stop. Well, it was really hot and it was starting to steam up top. And I think this up here, oh, this is in the way, but up in there, there's a seal for these shocks. Normally they go bad anyways, but this seal blew, and with it being extremely hot like it was, I mean, I heard it gurgling and bubbling. It shot up, and luckily my dad got out of the way in time, well, almost in time, and just the biggest fireball you can think of, almost like gasoline, and caught the back of his hair on fire, so he was partially bald in the back of his head. And funny but really dangerous, so I don't recommend that. I mean, if you're in a pinch, do it, but be careful. It was stupid but kind of funny. But yeah, so for this car to run again, when I took this car was taken off the track, obviously I couldn't move, so I had a buddy grab I think he had a Bobcat and lifted this car up and put it on the trailer. When he did, it cut one of the gas lines, I think, underneath it, and so that needs to be fixed as well. So for this car to run again, I have tires for it, but I'd have to put a strut on it. I have to bend this frame over at least as much as I can so it's not rubbing into the motor and the pulleys. Probably say screw it to that frame because I don't care. Fix the gas leak somehow. This thing always smelled like gas anyways, but fix the gas leak somehow, and then maybe play with this rear end again. But my plan for this car anyways, if I do run it again, I might line it up right from the beginning forward. I don't care. I want to try to junk this car as quick as possible because this pissed me off more than anything. I think in total it's been through two derbies. I've probably been out there driving in the ring probably a total of 6 minutes total. I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, I'm 100% a rookie when it comes to actual derby, and I know there's an art to it, but I figured this car would not look like this. I figured it wouldn't have left the trailer after getting derbied that night, and this would be on the scrapyard already. And I put a lot of time in that stupid front bumper, and it still got one dent in it. So I'm not sure yet on the plan of this. Eventually, I think once middle next year comes, or sorry, middle of this season comes now, then I'll decide what I'm doing. But regardless, no matter what I do with any vehicle, this is kind of my thing that I do. I take the doors off of them, the door skins, which this one's almost off already. And these go up in the barn. These are kind of like a piece for each car. My dad used to race way back in the day, circle track, and he's got his doors up in the barn, so kind of my tradition and his, but they did it with the turd over there. Now, those ones' doors are off. So that'll be the plan with this car once it's scrapped. I always keep the doors. I always keep any part you can think of, struts, bumpers if they're still good, wiring, anything basically. So that's, I guess for now, that's the plan for this car. We're gonna see what happens once it gets warmer, and I guess we'll go from there.